There's no doubt that the world of work has changed, and research carried out by Accenture earlier this year found that 50% of the skills managers and leaders require to enable them to carry out their roles are effectively new skills that they didn't learn about during any kind of formal training. So skills around kind of AI, hybrid working, globalization. These are all new areas that are creating new kind of challenges for our leaders and managers. The other 50% are the human skills. And never have the human skills been more critical or more challenging to do well. So skills such as understanding, motivating and developing other people, all skills that are underpinned by emotional intelligence. So in this chapter, we're going to look at some of the research about wellbeing in the workplace to illustrate that link between emotional intelligence, employee wellbeing, and ultimately organisational performance. So wellbeing in the workplace is now the kind of focus for many organisations, and there's a great deal of research being carried out by some of the world's top organisations. So I'm just going to share a little bit of that kind of research and give you some of the links and things that you can go away and look it up for yourselves. The top HR priorities for 2025. In there, leader and management or manager development remained the number one priority for 2025, and this was the third consecutive year it had been the top priority. And if we delve a little deeper into the report, some of the findings which relate to our subject today are training managers to lead with more empathy, the employee experience and well-being, change fatigue. Managers are not sure how to best support their team members through the constant change and with the pace of change. Organisational culture, aligning both the head and the heart of their employees, creating a culture where employees identify with and demonstrate the values and behaviours, and in a workplace that they care about and feel they actually belong to. A new report from Great Place to Work and Johns Hopkins analyses more than 1.5 million employee responses collected from over 2,500 organisations. Now, researchers here compared data from 2019 to 2023 to understand how employee wellbeing is changing in the post-pandemic era. And this year's research highlights how a positive workplace climate drives wellbeing, with key differences across industries, demographics and job types. And the report also goes on to offer actionable steps to create healthier work environments. So again, well worth you kind of taking a look at. Now, the research is clear in organisations where wellbeing is a critical component of the culture. It pays off with higher retention rates, better productivity and financial performance overall. And at the individual kind of level, then we see increased engagement, we see reduced absenteeism and presenteeism, and employees are far more likely to want to remain with their employer. In fact, according to research carried out by Gallup, employees who strongly agree that their employer cares about their overall well-being compared with other employees are 69% less likely to actively search for a new job, 71% less likely to report experiencing burnout, 36% more likely to be thriving, 3 times more likely to be engaged, and 5 times more likely to strongly advocate for their company.